Better late than never. Chris Denman live in St. Louis at Midcoast Studios. Drinks with the band presented by Jack Daniels. We're going to get into it with Monkh tonight. We've got a special accompaniment with Monkh, and E.T.'s back in Los Angeles. Good God, what a show do we have planned. Thanks for tuning in. Let's say a real quick thank you to our sponsors. Obviously, Jack Daniels makes this happen each and every week. We've got a delicious Jack Daniels drink to make for you here shortly. The original, Dirty Sue. That's right. You saw the music video up top. Key and myself are starring in that. It's a big deal, and you should buy Dirty Sue when you're out and about. Premium olive juice, cherries, all that good stuff. On God Arts Hotel, if you're popping into the St. Louis area, going to a music festival, or wanting to stay in the Grand Center Arts District at a show at the Fox, On God Arts Hotel. That's right. Snappy Bigman, for you coffee drinkers, local St. Louis coffee, hit them up. And Music at the Intersection. Got to change that up. They got a new logo and everything. A big announcement coming up soon. September. That's coming back to Grand Center in St. Louis. And big shout out to our friends at Open Highway Music Festival. Also, big show today. We're going to get right into it with E.T. A little behind. We have some technical issues, but shout out to Logan and the team here for working through it. E.T. live from Los Angeles. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
You got me?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
How about now? Okay, I think we're good.
All right.
Hey, good as we can be. What's that in the right side of your screen?
Bottle of whiskey?
Just travel partner. I love it. Why are you
without it?
Did you get the key to the city and they made you come back to Los Angeles to celebrate? What's going on?
No, I had to live here. I'm technically a tourist. It doesn't make sense to put my identity. I had to buy what tourists buy, even though I'm in my city.
That's hilarious. I love LA.
I love LA shot glass because that's what tourists do.
Right. Let me know how the Hollywood sign is.
I will. I'm going to go there. I'm going to get a picture with Mickey Mouse and what else? In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
All the stuff.
Right. A selfie with someone who looks like Don Johnson, but isn't. Yeah.
Hey, are you Don Johnson? Uh-huh.
Who's asking? E.T., we got a great show today. We got a really a nice drink you've planned. We got all kinds of fun. We got prizes to give away. Our musical guest has an accompaniment tonight that we want to get in. We're running a little behind. So if it's okay with you, you'll still be the star of the show, but I would like to bring on our musical guest. He's going to make the drink with us. He's live, and he's here in St. Louis. We're giving away 2 tickets to his upcoming show at the Dark Room right here in St. Louis, so be sure to learn how. We give those away here in just a bit. It's Monkh from St. Louis. He's in studio live. What's up, Monkh? Good to see you, buddy.
What's up, Chris? How you doing today?
You know, I'm all right. This is E.T., Monkh, a couple of stars.
Yeah.
E.T.
Hey, listen, we've met. Monkh is a star that we catapulted into the stratosphere.
Well,
Yes.
speaking of stars that we've catapulted in the stratosphere, from season 1 and part of season 2, engineer Matt McElrath is playing saxophone with Monkh
Say hi,
tonight.
Matt.
Give him a hello, Matt. Yeah, that's right. Season 1, you remember him. He'd chime in. Wonderful job. Great dude right here in St. Louis as well. So he's going to play saxophone, and the tastiness of having a sax man in studio with our musical guest tonight was very exciting to me. Monkh, let's do this real quick. We're giving away some tickets, and we'll tell you how that happens, but you've got a show coming up, Dark Room. Yes. When is that? What's it celebrating? Let people know real quick before we jump into the first song.
Show at the Dark Room is Friday, April 8th. Beautiful event. It's going to be my first full band show of the year, so it's going to be super special. New band, all new music. And it just so happens that I'm playing all of my mini-series levels. So just to wrap that up a little bit, I came out with a mini-series on Instagram, Reels, called Levels. And what I did was I put videos together. I edited videos as well as and put music to them and made a storyline from 1-minute intervals. And I made 9 videos. And so it just comes out as a 9-track album as well. So I released them as music videos. I released them as a full album audio-wise. And then I released them as NFTs. And we're still going to keep it going. So this show is me playing the levels live. And then I'm going to have many local legends coming on and featuring during those songs as well. So it's going to be a special occasion. We're going to throw down if any time we've ever thrown down, it's going to be that night. I'm going to be dressed to the nines. My band's going to be dressed.
Ask, yeah, what are you going to wear?
I can't tell you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that special. It's that special because I want people to just be like, what the hell is going on?
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Well, Monkh, we're looking forward to it. And again, stick around. You can see how you can win 2 tickets to that. That will sell out. Dark Room is an intimate space, a very cool space. So
it is.
What's your first song?
My first song is actually Level 7, and Matt is going to accompany me on it. So get ready to get saxy, everybody.
E.T., we're going to showcase the musician if you give permission.
Do we have permission to?
Yeah, rock out. I mean, of course, it's for me, so yes, you can rock out.
It's dedicated
Right
to E.T.
Here we go. Never really know where we even came from. I can never lose you. Stranded in our own minds, we can't even recognize. Illusion is the only truth. Yeah. So we let it all go when we bury our pride. Say we have to be real if I feel this inside. And we're on, and we're off, and we're on, and we're off, and we're on. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt McElrath on saxophone. Take it there, Matt. Come on. Yeah. So we let it all go when we bury our pride. Said it has to be real if I feel this inside. And we're on, and we're off, and we're on, and we're off, and we're on. Yay.
Monkh and the Sax Man live on Drinks with the Band. How smooth was that over in Los Angeles, E.T.?
You know, all it did was annoy me because I'm so annoyed
What?
that I don't have 1/10 of their talent in my whole body. It's annoying.
Oh, cool, because they could both,
Like, they just sit
they could
down
both
and
produce the show, too.
Yeah. So, right? So I'm obsolete. They just rendered us obsolete and
Right.
made me really upset at the same time by being really talented. Just sit
Yeah.
down and just rock out with.
I think the lesson we all need to pay attention to here, kids, is aim low. Don't achieve anything. You'll end up in E.T.'s crosshairs.
No, that's all. That's great. I'm
Thank you.
I am annoyed, but that was still really great.
So good.
I intend to annoy. That's what my music is for. It's to annoy the world. Yes.
You annoy the world with your talent. You're doing a great job.
Yeah. Thank you.
I know you guys are awesome. It's just frustrating for me that I'm trying to learn guitar for 2 years and I can barely play like Happy Birthday, and then you just sit down and like, I want to cry.
Oh my gosh. Well, say goodbye to Matt. We're going to let him exit gracefully.
Matt.
He's got another thing. Shout out to Fresh Produce. Matt's headed over there. Real quick, I just want to tell everybody we've got prizes to give away tonight. We got 2 tickets to Monkh's upcoming show at the Dark Room that Jack Daniels is going to purchase. So 2 of you will be able to go to that. If you hit share on the Facebook stream, you're entered to win that. And then E.T., what do you have to give away tonight for our prize?
Well, I feel like spring is in the air after that terrible storm. It's 70 degrees here. It's 70 degrees in Atlanta. I don't know what it's like in St. Louis today, but how about a little backyard cornhole, Jack Honey cornhole game? Why not?
That is fantastic, and that will be the only way I ever play cornhole again. Is if Chris Denman wins the the prize tonight with the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Cornhole. Real quick, and then also we've got again the tickets to give away, and then the Tennessee Honey Cornhole set. How do you want people to enter to win that Tennessee Honey Cornhole set, sir?
I would say this. We try to support artists on this program. We try to do as much as we can to help out. So what was the last album, record, physical, anything, music? And it could even be a music book about someone you love. But the last thing music
like a 25-page picture-filled biography?
Yes. But something that you bought
Scholastic
that would help
Book
an
Fair?
artist.
Okay, got it.
Something that you bought that would help an artist. Whether you bought their
cool.
T-shirt, merch, whether you bought an album, whether you bought a CD, or if you're old school and you bought an 8-track. Something you bought that might put money in an artist's pocket. That's amazing. In the chat.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, drop it in. And I think we have quite a few of those. We got people watching in San Jose, St. Louis. Philly's in the house. You know that.
I can't, because I'm on my phone tonight. I can't see anyone. So you got to tell me what's going on.
Couple others. Sarah, shout out to you. James says that was very smooth. So shout out to Matt and Monkh for kicking that off. Ken Kelman, fresh off a victory from the last episode. He's in the chat.
Ken Kelman is a winner.
Yes. Lordell says, let's go, Monkh. The cool cats approve. I like it.
Hey, Lordell.
It. Paul's checking in from San Jose. I love all this. This is great. So we've got a great crowd. We're going to keep rocking with Monkh. And if you have just anything you've purchased from an artist recently, add that in the Facebook or YouTube chat, and we'll pick a winner into the show, and you can win that Jack Honey Cornhole set. And then if you hit share, you're entered to win 2 tickets to see Monkh live at the Dark Room. E.T., Monkh set up to make a drink with us this evening. He says he's literally never made a drink like this before.
I've never made a drink in my life.
This should be good. This should be good. And E.T., I got all set up here thanks to the great Key. So let's have you at least tell us about the drink, sir. I know you're in a hotel room. You don't have your typical setup.
Yeah, this is one of those drinks where, we have a lot of random flavors that on first glance could look like it's not going to work. But then when you taste it, hopefully you agree that it does really work.
Yeah.
We have Jack Honey, we have Jack Apple, we have a nice Italian aperitif, we have some vermouth, and we're going to mix all that together and hopefully make a delicious cocktail. Shouldn't be too difficult, so Monkh, I wouldn't worry about this. As long as it's measured somewhere close to those, and you get it cold, you're good.
Right on.
Look at that. He's got the Jack Honey.
Look at Chris. He went from just like you are, first day behind the bar, and now look at him. He's a regular twisty mustache.
He still messes it up.
Listen. The funniest part about all this is I was a manager of and worked at technically a bar for 5+ years, and it was super busy, crazy amount of people coming through, but it was a brewery, so I'm really good at pop. Just pouring beers. Yeah,
that's a skill.
I don't believe you.
Not one you respect, but it's a skill.
It is. No, pouring a good beer is definitely a skill. Ask anyone that drinks beer if they get someone that does not know how to pour a good beer. It does not make them happy.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, you get a dude who likes a cold ESB, and you're pulling it from the hand pump, and it's literally like under you. He'll find you. That guy or gal will find he pulls it hard enough. When really you're just wasting beer. E.T., so help me through this. We got Jack Honey tonight. We got Jack Apple. A lot of good stuff. Walk me through it.
Yeah. So all we need to do is pour each of these ingredients in our mixing glass. Add some ice and stir. So you got a shot of Jack Honey.
Okay.
1.5 ounces. We got a 1/2 ounce of Jack Apple.
Mm-hmm. There's the apple. I think maybe
smells like nice green Granny Smith's, right? Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely know apples and honey go together, right? We can all agree on that. So far, we're at least
indeed.
Then we have a little bit of what do we have? Aperol. Gonna toss that in there.
Oh, got the Aperol. Yeah, and then
Probably should have put the ice in first. I don't know.
No. See, you're a pro. You want to put the ice in last in case you get distracted. You don't want the drink to melt while you're
Okay.
engaging in conversation.
tuning your guitar, engaging in conversation.
Right.
And then we're going to finish off with a little bit of sweet vermouth.
Dare me to just drink this sweet vermouth.
You. By the way, there's a lot of other cities in the world that do just put sweet vermouth on the rocks with a little bit of orange or lemon, and that's a drink.
No thanks.
So, not something that is my cup of tea. Yeah. Now add some ice. Stir that till it's nice and cold.
I don't know why I have to smell everything. It's just a thing I have. I just have to smell it to. For some reason, my nose approves or doesn't approve. But so far, it's all approved.
I'd say that probably serves you well in life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes. Other times, it can be really awkward. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
All right. Oh
That's
my gosh.
That staring technique is phenomenal, Chris. You should do a video.
This is what you get for having me on the show, Chris. It's the hard stir.
How's that? Okay, we got a drink.
Sounds good. All right. Now we just strain that over new ice or just pour it into a glass if you want to go Denman style.
If you're a heathen. Season 4 begins soon. Don't worry, guys. I'll get it sometime. Oh, goodness gracious. And do me a favor. Follow ET on Instagram at superhype1 and Monkh is at _MONKH _. Give him a follow. Follow me too. Damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
Follow us.
We got a drink.
All right.
Oh, no. Sir?
Did you
What
forget your
happened?
apple?
Oh, we've got
Oh, you got
garnishes,
your
my
apples
man.
lined up.
I put my apple in. Ha! I'm a pro.
Go apple. I'm going apple and orange peel.
I love it. I love
So I'm
it.
living. Shout out to Key.
This is amazing.
Cheers to levels.
To levels.
Cheers.
Every time I see I Love LA, I just think of Randy Newman because that's just a great song.
Delicious.
I love LA.
Monkh, you've spent some time bouncing around LA, hitting a recording studio or two out there. You're based in St. Louis. I guess let's just give the folks some background, man. Like, what's been the goal? I see you do solo shows. You got band shows. You're kind of are you a studio? Would you say you're like a studio guitar player for people?
Definitely, yes.
It's actually really cool. A lot of, I want to say a lot. I'm going to sound like an idiot, but in one particular, there's a rapper here that will have Monkh play electric guitar to accompany him. Holy moly! It's unique to see how many different genres Monkh can kind of adapt to and do well at. So I guess just give the people a little bit of a background on what you've done and what you're kind of hoping to do moving forward, man.
Yeah, I play music, guys.
That's a boom.
Hey,
Yeah.
No, I just had the opportunity to start at such a young age, So I started playing shows professionally at the age of 12, and have been doing it ever since, really, And so back then, you have a lot more time to learn things than when you're older. So I jumped on drums, bass, everything that was around me at the time, and just got good at everything. Now, I played metal back then, so I started off with the really technical style of music and throwing stuff around and punching people in the face and stuff like that. So it leveled me out,
Sicilian metal. Okay, got
exactly. Yeah. And so I got bored with that after a while and started just introducing myself into different genres and through time, now over 20 years later now. Don't age me too much here.
No, that's insane that you
Still
can
beautiful
say
face.
that you can say you have 20 years in music.
Yes.
what got you started? Like, what got your
At
motor
12.
running?
Well,
It's before 12. He's playing gigs at 12.
Fair.
Yes, it
Good
was
point.
before 12. So, yeah, my oldest brother, I'm the youngest of 4 boys, and, men now, maybe 1 boy. I don't know. We still don't know. But anyway, youngest of 4 boys, the oldest was playing guitar, and it was just one of those things. I was such an impressionable kid. I watched everything that he did. So I would see him play, and he had a drummer friend that came over all the time. They just played in the basement and in our garage, and I would just be that little kid that was just enamored, So the second that they left the room, I would touch his guitars and drums, and And then I was just playing all the school talent shows, just like any other young artist. And after I did one, I played Slayer's Raining Blood at my 8th grade talent show. And yeah, with my band that I had at the time, it was a 3-piece band, and we played Slayer's Raining Blood, and everybody, all the little kids moshed, and it was a good time. And my brother was there, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to join my band?" After I got off stage, and I was like, "Yeah, of course."
Did you get carried off stage?
Man, my memory, I've been a rock star my whole life, bro. I don't remember things.
So it's happened too many times.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so after that, it was just full speed ahead, playing shows here and there and everywhere, and took myself on the road with all my stuff. And I was a young teenager at booking shows, and at the time it was just didn't seem weird to me, but looking back now, I'm like, why were people booking my 14-year-old self? But we brought people in, we packed the house, we threw down like no other, and I think that's exactly the answer right there. That's why. So that's
wild.
Kind of how I got started.
Yeah, and it's I guess it's not that crazy when you think just like people evolve, people's music. Like I don't listen to the same thing I listened to when I was 12, so it's not that strange that you're no longer playing like really technical metal. But it is a transition that not everybody makes. So I find that to be super interesting about you, that you've taken those skills that you crafted early, and then now there's R&B stuff, there's like funk, there's this. It's a cool transition.
Yeah, and you're lyrically, it's not that genre either. So you really have changed, because everything I've heard has always been really upbeat, positive, like let's fix the shit in the world kind of vibe. And not that I think it's metal, but I don't know too many of those songs that's the message that's being put out in the world.
Yeah, I don't know, what I can say and what I can't say on here. But, you're an angry little metal kid, or angry kid going through teen angst and all that stuff. And then one day you just kind of realize it's all, it's all made up. It's all kind of for nothing, and things change. Like I said, I was touring. I was playing a lot of shows. So, psychedelics became a thing, and that changed my perspective on life. And it's a really real thing. And, it's just a part of the process. I wouldn't be surprised if I went back into my angry little elf metal mode, eventually.
That's your next level.
Yes, that's my next level, like Hobbit Monk, angry metal Hobbit Monk.
Speaking of levels, new album out, new mini-series out, and that's being celebrated at the Dark Room. If you hit share on the stream tonight, you're eligible to win 2 tickets to go see Monkh and a very special group backing him as well. And if you tell us anything you've purchased for an artist recently to support, let us know in the comments. You're entered to win the Jack Daniels cornhole set. So we'll work that out. E.T., you want to hear another song?
I would love to, especially if it's Monkh playing.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Chris has got this one.
Yeah, this one's on me. It's take it away. Solo me. Thanks.
I think my mom's calling. I gotta go.
You gotta roll.
What's up, dude?
Monkh, what's this one?
This one is actually one of my older songs. When I first started doing acoustic stuff, it's a bluesier one. It's called Gypsy. Baby, what's your name? I need to know who to blame for everything in my life that's going wrong. I can't seem to shake all this itching and this ache. I know you think I'm the fuck up, but I will be there for you, girl. I stand up and care for you, yeah. Well, you know, 'cause I done it all. There's nothing will take away the sorrows and all the pain till I see you, till I see you, till whoa, yeah. Come here closer, come here closer. Well, come home to me with your gypsy, gypsy, gypsy rose, yeah. never learned to love, always great company. With your gypsy, gypsy, gypsy rose. Said, now it's time to leave. We'll pack my bags, set my soul free. Bury all my sorrows down the road, yeah. Well, who am I to blame, girl? Well, you and I, we're both the same, girl. We're tortured, selfish, no good, lost souls, yeah. Be there for you, girl, yeah. I stand up and care for you, yeah. Well, who cares what they're all gonna say? Still talking about us. There's nothing we'll take away, yeah. The sorrows and all the pain. Don't leave me now, just leave me, leave. Come here closer, come here close, yeah. Come home to me. Yo, gypsy, gypsy, gypsy rose, yeah. We'll never learn to love, always great company. With your gypsy, gypsy, gypsy rose. All right, if you're at home, get up, stand up, start dance. Check it. You're gonna know my name by the end of the night. You're gonna know my name by the end of the night. You're gonna scream my name by the end of the night. You're gonna know my name by the end of the night. Thank you, y'all.
And you better know that Instagram handle at _MONKH Monkh _
Dude, you are really fucking talented.
Thank you, brother.
Let me ask you a question, because your voice, your singing voice, is unique, and you have a lot of singers with unique voice. You have a lot of singers that sound like other singers. How does that develop? Is that just you start copying
great question.
Metal artists, and then you start singing like them, and then eventually you evolve into your own, or is it something else?
Yeah, I think that goes for any artist, really. Even people that say that they have original sounds and stuff, really it's just the amount of artists that they kind of grasped onto through the years and blending that together. If you're only blending two different styles together or two different ingredients together, then it's not going to be, you're still going to hear those artists that they came from. But if you're blending 12, 15, 20 different people throughout years and years, then that's where you start to get that originality, So that's what I would say. I first started singing because of Lane Staley from Alice in Chains when I was 15 years old. That dude got me to start singing because he's just an amazing singer. And one of the best of that era as far as grunge goes, in my eyes. And then it just, like you said, it developed throughout the years, and now I'm trying to sound like D'Angelo and Prince, and I don't know if I'll ever get to that point. But, it's the part of like what's in my head and what I'm hearing and what I'm trying to project out to the world.
Beautiful.
Well, it comes through, man, because it's having listened to some of your stuff the past few days, you're pretty diverse musically, and you're saying this is an older song, but for you, but it's pretty fresh, man. Like if you just wrote it tomorrow, I think you'd be just as happy as when, I don't know when you wrote it, but it's all of it's good beat, good everything, good lyrics. So whatever you're doing, man, keep it up, because I'm a new fan for sure.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. To me, like, I really do want to break the barriers of fans thinking that artists need to only be one style. You know, artists are very emotional human beings. That's why we create what we create, you know, and we don't just have one emotion all the time. And the way, at least that I work, is that, you know, one day I can be one emotion and write and listen to one style of music, and the other day it can be something completely different, or even just all in the same day have 3 different types of emotions, you know. So I'm either bipolar or just, you know, a genius. I don't know.
Well, at least you're modest on that end. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who puts that constraint on, though? Because I think, like, I feel like if you're Alice in Chains, your label wants every album to be Alice in Chains, right? But they might want to all of a sudden do something different, and the pushback isn't going to be from the band. It's going to be from the people making money off the band. So, like, you know, there are some multi-genre artists that worked, like Prince, right? Like, he kind of played in a couple different arenas, but still somehow was Prince, grounded at Prince. But then there are some people where every friggin' album, it's like it could have been the last album. I can't imagine that's that fun.
And that's the thing, too, is like reality. I think people really do enjoy having artists that can do multiple things. It's just some don't care and will do what they want. It's like Prince, you know, and others do really have that. They're like, well, this last album worked, so let me write something that I know my fans will like. And there's nothing wrong with either way, you know. If you want to make something that you know your fans already like, or you assume your fans already like, then there's nothing wrong with that either. You're pleasing your fans. That's amazing.
Right. I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
But I think also what happens is artists that veer, like if you think about Springsteen, like when he did some of his 80s and early 90s album solo stuff,
right.
He went really off the reservation of what was his wheelhouse. And I think when it came out, no one was thrilled. But then 20 years later, like, that was a great friggin' album.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, and that happens too a lot. Something I find is that if I change a genre, just like, you know, my Monkh and the People EP, which is the green EP on streaming platforms, that's like a big band kind of rock sound. And then the next one, the yellow one, is Groove Love Fantastic, which is very funk ordinated. It's all the same people in that group, but it did take some time to get everything adjusted to different genres, and then it takes time to kind of start over in people's minds, you know. So it's almost like that's the one drawback I've seen as far as at least locally, is that I have to keep on introducing myself.
That's a tough one. So, I mean, short of going Chris Gaines and doing an entirely different persona a la Garth Brooks in what was that, the 90s or early 2000s?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? Chris Gaines, okay. It's unique in that is an uphill battle, and it is something that I don't know that again, I would even recommend, like, if someone asked me, it's like, hey, I had a platinum album, for some reason they're asking me what to do, and they want to do something drastically different, like they go from like being a solo acoustic artist, platinum album, to like, hey, I want to do something with a 7-piece that's really experimental and 8-minute long songs. Cool, call it another project. Like, right. That's all. It's a weird thing. We're all just conditioned to kind of like, doesn't sound like Monkh, I hate it. You know, like, that's a different thing, and it's all individual too. So what's your plan to beat that, Monkh? Like, how do you get past that hump?
I don't care, man.
Good
I really
answer.
don't. It's all really, you know, it's all really just as far as I'm an artist, you know, and to be honest with you, I don't know how this is going to really come off, but I write music for me, you know, to release different emotions, and that's how I work through my stuff. And I grew up doing it, so that's how I know how to do it, right? You know, and so it's really that's all it is. It's as simple as that, you know. Now outside of it, outside of the music, I'm talented in other things too. You know, I make videos, the whole levels. I did all of that, you know, and that's visual, audio, everything. You know, I recorded it, mastered it, mixed it. So there's a lot of other things too that I'm trying to interject and be seen as, that are also difficult outside of just different genres within music. You know, I also make clothes as well. You know, so I walk dogs on the weekend. You know, just different talents. You know. And so it's just a matter of introducing each one at a different time, and I'm learning. I think the Levels series has shown me through time that you just little by little introduce things to people, and they'll understand a little bit better, than just throwing it all at them at once. But yeah, otherwise,
Right.
to answer your question, I just don't care. It's more about just getting my emotion out than anything.
You know what I do care about? People being on schedule. E.T., you're an Atlanta resident now, but you're in L.A. Anything you need to
Correct.
get out of here for? I don't know if you have to be somewhere.
I do have a work thing I'm here for in a little bit, so I think I might on the next song transition. But I do want to say, man, keep it up. I wish there were more people like you that just followed what they loved, and the audience comes later. Like I'm sure there, like you do shows now, but like I feel like if you do good work, you're gonna find the audience. Like you can't chase the audience with what you think they want. You do what you think is good, and the audience finds you. And I think all great artists that happen to,
His albums are high level too. Like these aren't like, oh, cute, you put an album together. Like it's like, is this from a Honda commercial or like? And I mean that in a very positive way.
I love Hondas.
That's right. I got your note. No, but it is. You choose that. You do what you want at a high level, and then eventually it'll fall in line, whatever that means.
Right. Yeah. It's just, thank you, E.T. That means a lot, really. That's another thing. It's just as far as doing this, you're just kind of like, what's your target audience if you're targeting everybody, essentially through all different genres. So, yeah, I do appreciate that a lot, and I believe the same.
Yeah, no, because even like if you chase the trend or what you think you're supposed to be, there's no guarantee people are going to like that. So why would you want to do something that you didn't really want to do to begin with, versus do your thing and let the people come to you? I'm all for it, man. And having, like I said, listened to you, it's like shit. This guy is all over the place, but I also like all the places he took me. So I'm look, I'm a fan. I joke about being annoyed by how talented you are, and it does annoy me, but I'm also really supportive and thankful that people like you exist. So keep on keeping on.
Thank you so much, dude.
Beautiful. E.T., follow him at SuperHype1 on Instagram. We'll let E.T. get out of here. And Monkh, what's the next song?
The next song is actually on all streaming platforms. It's the last one I released last summer, called Skywalker. We don't have to live this way. Not everything's gone to waste. It's hard to focus on your life when every day we've got to fight back. When energy is everything. Manifest my destiny. I'm seeing signs that point us to a revolutionary time. Learning how to balance everything while I'm still fighting. Said lately we're building up all kinds of pressure. So be kind to your lover, 'cause these times are stressful. And have love for the people when the streets are shaking. When you come back home, well, you will find me waiting. Jedi Master flying, warp speed time, and rebellion is at the turn. Be careful not to miss your exit, mess around and get hurt. I come from the streets of darkness, a light in the world of lost souls. Pick you up into blindness, righteous, pure bliss. The last one of my kind, I'm feeling out of mind. But disappear at night, we'll meditate through life. Feeling out of mind, the last one of my kind, we'll meditate through life. Yeah, said lately we're building up all kinds of pressure. So be kind to your lover, 'cause these times are stressful. And have love for the people when the streets are shaking. 'Cause when you come back home, well, you will find me waiting. I said, now lately we're building up all kinds of pressure. So be kind to your lover, 'cause these times are stressful. And have love for the people when the streets are shaking. 'Cause when you come back home, you will find me waiting. So when you come back home, well, you will find me waiting.
Again, you can check out all of Monkh's music on Spotify. Get on that now and follow him on Instagram. We had to say goodbye to E.T. I'll take this time to remind everybody, if you hit share on Facebook, you are entered to win 2 tickets. We'll pop these prizes. Look at Logan. He's got those up. Levels. Monkh presents Levels live from the Dark Room. That's Friday, April 8th, the year of our Lord 2022. 2015, $10. Make that happen. And big shout out to our friends at Kranzberg Arts Foundation, Townsend Agency, and everybody that's making that possible for putting that on. Yes. It's a very cool series. We had Lydia Caesar on. She just did a show over there. A lot of great artists coming through, and the Dark Room's a great place to see a show. So one of you is going to win 2 tickets. The rest of you need to just purchase them if you don't win. And then if you let us know in the comments something you've purchased from an artist recently, you're entered to win the Jack Daniels cornhole set. When's the last time you played cornhole, Monkh?
Never. Never played cornhole in my life.
Well, on to the next thing. How about that metal music? No, I love it.
I can't remember.
It's interesting to me. Do you ever, maybe you keep yourself so busy, you're talking about all the different genres you've been a part of and different things. Do you ever get a hankering to dive back into a genre you haven't played in a while?
Of course, and honestly, I've written a lot of metal tracks within the past year and a half. I just don't release a lot of stuff. I write every day. I record something every single day. And when I did my last inventory for last year, I had a good 400 tracks.
Is that stuff you can sell to other
just
people?
For last year. If I wanted to, I could do whatever I want with it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's all types of different genres, all different things, and sometimes I do throw it out to people for different, commercials and things like that. Nothing,
right.
I haven't landed anything really big yet, but I'm just now getting into the syncing stuff, and I think it's going to be really amazing.
I think so too, especially when you have such a skill set they do, and you can put the passion that you do into those different projects. So somebody's going to take note. We sure did, and we've only got, I believe, a couple shows left in this season. It's been a lot of fun. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe to the Midcoast Media YouTube channel. Go back, check out Jackie Vinson, Laura Jane Grace, Susto, Johnny Delaware was just on. Lots of great guests last season. It's funny too. You're talking about art, performing, people noticing. You have to have thick skin too. Like no one owes you checking out your video. No one owes you coming to a show. It's nice when they do. But I was laughing about this with a friend. He was like, dude, Marcus King rules. I saw you post about him. I was like, and I joked and I did a screenshot, passive aggressively circled the TBT on it. I was like, yeah, that was a year ago. Like laughing about it. But we laughed about it. But at the same time, like everybody's got lives. Everybody's got a million things going on. So the patience that you have, the patience that you have to do this, like for real, man, if people are watching and you want to get into a creative field, like I highly recommend you understand that, because you need about 1 million people. What is it? What do they say? Like 10,000 people or 1,000 people actually dedicated to you to like make a career of it or make a go of it. Yeah. It's an interesting thing because you're just going to have to catch everybody whenever they on their time, right?
Yeah, and something I'm finding too, it's just like I was just saying about the syncing stuff. There's so many different platforms. When people that are outside of music and in the arts, they really just think if you're a musician, you need to be on stage playing all the time in front of thousands of people, or else you're nothing, right? And you can't make a career. But the reality of it is, especially with the our generation, is that there are a lot of multi-talented musicians and artists out there that can do a lot of different aspects of music.
Mm-hmm.
We have them sitting in this room right now, so
yeah.
It's just a matter of spreading your wealth at different places, and through that, you make a couple $100 here, you make a couple $100 there, but that all adds up through time,
right?
And that's really just how you keep it going, because honestly, if you're just focusing on one angle, that's great. but you want to make sure that angle is actually legit, you know. But honestly, you know, if you're focused on one angle, get it. Just get it. You know, whether it's streaming, you know, your music and you're worried about streaming or syncing or performance or whatever, man. Just there's no wrong way to go about this. I think that's the other thing that I want to press really hard is just there's no wrong way to go about your art, you know. Do
Well
it
said.
how you want to do it and release it how you want to do it. I released, like I said, 1 minute music videos and 1 minute songs, a whole album. And I've made more money off that album than any other. Not that the money matters, but that shows that people are listening, you know, more than other times. And I was pushing these videos every Monday to all my friends on Instagram and everything. And I didn't get one person say, hey, stop doing that.
Oh, of course.
You know, it was crazy how people were so accepting and they were so excited and they got into the excitement with me, and it really put me more into the zone. So just try anything and everything that you can imagine, and you'll find your way.
I love it. Monkh's got one song left. I will remind everybody. We'll pick at least one of the prize winners for the tickets, depending on. We'll see. But we got prize to give away. If you hit share, you're going to win 2 tickets to see Monkh at the Dark Room. And if you tell us an artist item that you purchased, you're entered to win the Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey Cornhole set. Monkh, what's your last song, sir?
This one, I'm bringing this one's an old one too. When you asked me to be on this show, I was like, man, you know, I wanted to bring the whole kit and
it's tough, isn't it?
Like the whole looper setup and everything, and just shred, you know.
Yeah.
But so I had to think about a couple different things I wanted to do, and this one I think is really cool. It's called Breathe, and it's very different. What was I gonna say though? I was gonna say something. I guess it really doesn't matter.
We'll just have to do something again sometime, man. Like we've talked about doing a few different things, like with a live crowd and different things like that. That's still on the table. Let's just make sure to do something again soon.
Oh yeah, we'll figure it out, man. All right, yeah, this song's called Breathe. It's ever changing, breathing all new life. I'm not afraid to die. Swear I died 1,000 times, but I still feel quite alright. 'Cause no one told me how it goes. It's easy to follow a path laid out rather than walk one all alone. Well, I'd rather be alone, living a life with all these rules. I'm a human, not a tool. So just breathe. So just for everyone, but it sure does work for me. 'Cause all I do is dream, but when I wake up I make sure those dreams become reality. But real is just so hard to take. We're busy working your 9 to 5, making food and washing plates. So yes, I know I never seem to change. I am not your type of guy to sport a tie or a briefcase. So just breathe. So just Find your light, yeah. Find your light. Find your light, yeah. Find your light. Find your light, yeah.
Monkh closing out Drinks with the Band with a banger. Great work, man. What a good time, man. What a nice, beautiful day in St. Louis, and closing it out with Monkh on Drinks with the Band. Before we get out of here, I'll contact our prize winners after the show. Again, we've got 2 tickets to give away to Monkh's show. I'll make sure to contact you. And then obviously the Jack Daniels prize as well. Monkh, real quick, plug anything you got coming up outside of the show. How do people stay in contact with you? Just give it up, man.
Yeah, so you see my handle right there, Monkh_, Monkh_ on Instagram. Find me on Twitter at Monkh World. Google my name, Monkh. There is nobody named Monkh.
Smart.
So you'll find me just Googling me. I'm a feature artist on Google. Listen to my levels. Go to Instagram and listen to my levels series. It's something that I am really proud of and I love so much. And you'll get to see it's just so much. If you're into NFTs, find me on OpenSea. Find all my levels on OpenSea, and if you're interested, buy some levels, buy some tokens to those levels as well. Created all that stuff, and I'm selling his NFTs too. And then, of course, come out to the show April 8th at the Dark Room. It's going to be an amazing time. If you've ever been to the Dark Room, you know it's just such a chill atmosphere, and you're bound to see other just monumental artists, and just everybody in St. Louis is always there. It's just an amazing time, an amazing place. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Love it. Monkh on the show tonight. Follow me at Instant Denman on Instagram. I can't remember if we said it or not. Probably did, but last week ET was traveling, so we pushed a week. Congratulations. We're Midcoast Media is part of obviously we're a media company. Work with Sherry Shepard, Kim Whitley, brought home an NAACP Image Award this past weekend, and we're really proud of that. Thanks to all the great people here at Midcoast that make that happen. So shout out to Sherry and Kim, number one, and then all of our Midcoast family here for making that a possibility. That's on every Thursday at 2 p.m. and then do a really fun show with B-Flat on Tuesday nights called Tighten Up Tuesday. And we're back next week. I think we're going to have Ian No on. Look him up. He's a great Americana singer out of Nashville. He's got a new album he's pushing. He's doing a bunch of stuff with NPR right now. So I believe Ian No will be next week, but a couple more shows left in this season. Want to thank everybody for tuning in as you do. And follow Monkh. Support him and support ET. Support us all. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back next week.